of the sign when we coming. Feel it in your chest, the syllables get pumping. People on the street with panic and start running. Words on loose leaf sheet, complete coming. I jump on my mind, I summon the rhyme, I'm jumping. Feeling the blind, I promise to let the sun in. Sick of the dark ways, we march to the drumming. Jump when they tell us that they wanna see jumping. I wanna see some fist pumping. Miss something, take back what's yours. Say something that you know they might attack you for. Cause I'm sick of being treated like I had before. Like a stupid standing for what I'm standing for. Like this war's really just a different brand of war. Like it doesn't cater to rich and abandoned poor. Like they understand.
Hey guys out there in YouTube land, Tower Stetson here with you today. One of you guys, I'm not going to say who, asked me to tell you my story of how I became an auctioneer, and it's a very long story, and I've had a lot of help along the way, and I surely want to thank everybody that's helped me along the way, from teachers to friends to family to other auctioneers. You guys, you have no idea how much you guys mean to me in this journey. So much is built up, and I've made so many friends in the auction world. It's unreal to think about, and just being able to understand what we're saying. And I just recently competed at the South Dakota Association, South Dakota State Bid Calling Contest at the State Fair in Huron just a couple weeks ago, and I made quite a few friends that are auctioneers now out in that area, in that country, and it's just been an opportunity for me to showcase my skills and abilities. And so let's just get right to the point. Back when I was about 9 years old, this is about 10 years ago. I'm 19 years old right now. About 10 years ago, I heard the auctioneer for the first time, and kind of was intrigued by it, and I wanted to do it. So I started to pursue it. One of the first guys I heard was Elvin Timmerman of New Holland, South Dakota. Elvie is one of probably the best auctioneers that I've had a chance to get to know over the years, and I've never sold with him, but I've bought a lot of stuff at his auctions just because I like the way he conducts business. Also, Ken Winterstein. I started back in 2015 is when I conducted my first auction. I conducted my first auction, which was a benefit auction for a man by the name of Les Gruneweg. Les had pancreas cancer, and we were doing it was Hunter Johnson's senior project, and he had some items he wanted to auction off, and he asked me if I would be, willing to do that. And first auction ever, I was nervous. I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do, and luckily I had Kenny Russ, Ken Winterstein, Brad Buring, those three guys. They were there to help me along the way, and I actually sold about 90% of the sale, or 85% of the sale, I should say. And it was just an opportunity for me to showcase my skills and abilities. But then I was still not as advanced as I am now. Now I am advanced enough to where I know what I'm saying when I add in a filler word, and I add in those words, and it's an opportunity for you guys. And the first thing I started to do is learning the number scale, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. And then as I became more advanced, I started interjecting a filler word. If you don't know what a filler word is, a filler word is a word that we use in between the numbers. So, for example, it would be $1, now 2, now $2, now 3, now $3, now 4, now $4, now 5. And it'd be quick, and with that, with me, when I first started out, also I had to find out what word and sound went with what number. And I learned that you can't say the word dollar after you say the word 3. When you say the word dollar and you hold the air, your tongue's clear back at the back of your throat. And you say 3, your tongue's right here in between your teeth. An opportunity that I've had over the years to perfect my chant and to be more clear and more understandable has all come down from different auctioneers. Trent Stewart, he's given me some great advice. Guys I look up to are, as I said, Trent Stewart, Alvin Timmerman, Kenny Winterstein, Kenny Russ, Brad Vering, Charlie Cummings, Ralph Wade, Ty Thompson, those guys. I just really enjoy it. Enjoy having the opportunity to know the local guys in my area. And I've had one subscriber that wants to be an auctioneer. Great, you can do it. I know you can. Well, there's also schools out there you can attend. There's the Missouri Auction School. There's auction schools on all over the world. There's one in Minnesota. There's one in Iowa, the Worldwide College of Auctioneering in Mason City, Iowa. And you also have Western College of Auctioneering in Billings, Montana. So, you have all types of auction schools. What I would do before you go to auction school is I would find a local auctioneer that would help mold you into an auctioneer, that would help you along the way and help you perfect your chant, help you develop the way of doing the business, and having the opportunity to work with them and then kind of listen to them. Listen to what they're saying, and when you hear, and just as you kind of, to me, I'm self-taught. I never went to school for it, and it's a God-given talent, believe it or not. I never dreamt that I would be an auctioneer or a YouTuber or anything like that. I always dreamt of being a police officer. I could still do that, but then I wouldn't be able to do, auction because I would be having probably to work Saturday mornings, or I wouldn't be able to work at a barn or anything of that nature. But you guys, it's been an awesome journey. Everybody that's helped me along the way, and yeah, I've had some trials and some trials and tribulations. Having trouble getting to where I am today. If I didn't have guys looking out for me and helping me along the way, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. Just because of the fact that being an auctioneer is really is an honor and a privilege. Because if you're a livestock auctioneer, for example, a livestock auctioneer, you're sitting behind the mic and you're rattling off numbers and taking bids. But livestock auctioneers are actually the face of commerce within the livestock industry because they're working for a producer. A producer is a person that raises livestock and brings them to the barn. That means, and then when they're in your 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes of selling an animal, you're holding that producer's livelihood in the palm of your hand. You need to make sure you get the most bottom dollar for the cattle that they have brought to you to sell. And it's just been an opportunity for me. And over the years, I've gotten to know quite a few different livestock auctioneers, and I've been to a few different livestock auctions. And a couple of you guys have asked me to kind of break down the chant and kind of give you a tutorial. And that's what I'm going to do here right now. Okay? Because I'm going to just kind of show you what my chant's like. And I'm going to do my chant first, and I'll kind of break it down and try to explain to you what I'm doing. Okay? I'm not saying I got the best chant in the world, but people enjoy me at the auction. I've been auctioning now for about 4 years, and I really enjoy it. So I'm going to do it real quick, and I hope you like it. All right, anybody get it? Anybody get 2 and anybody get 5, anybody get 7, anybody get 10, anybody get 12 and anybody get 12 and a half? So, you see, and what I'm doing there is I'm also using a rhythmic way, and I'm also using a sound. But what you want to do is you want to be able to take a word and interject it into your chant. When you first start out, go 1, now 2, now 3, now 4, now 5, which would get pretty boring. But when you first start out, kind of just start out by doing 1, now 2, now 3, now 4, now 5, now 6, now 7. Just get the and there's all types of fiddle words out there. There's dollar down here and dollar down here now. Get along, get them on, get along, get them up down. What'd you give? And everybody, a lot of you guys think, what are we saying in between the number? That's a fiddle word or sound. And what you want to do is once you start, you want to go 1, now 2, now 3, now 4, now 5. Just kind of do that, and then as you can become more advanced, not to say you can start selling right away, just kind of project your chant a little bit, and then add in that fiddle word, like $1 now, $2 now, $2 now, $3 now, $3 now $4 now, $5. Okay, and as you become more advanced, you can add in other fiddle words. Like $1 bidder now, $2 bidder now, $3 now, $3 bidder now, $4 bidder now, $5. And it's dollar bidder. And I'm not saying bidder, B-I-D-D-E-R. And you want to kind of just work your way into that. And if the bidding is stalled, like I got a dollar bill here, would you give 2, sir? And now 3, would you get 3, sir? Would you go 3? Now 4. $4, sir. Would you get 4? I got 3 here. Would you get 4? Now 5. Now $5. Would you get 5, sir? And when you're selling, don't be looking at the person that you have. Okay, you got someone on. Look, kind of scan the crowd. Don't look at that person because they might think, oh, am I not in? Am I in? Am I not? Am I not in? Am I out? And I'm also going to show you a couple of different techniques. If you see someone do this means 6. If their buyer number. If you ask for their buyer number and they say 6, you can go like that to whoever's selling, which would be, this is a 6 in my world. But you want to do different hand motions. You can do like this as you're selling, or you can do this, point, whatever. And at times, I've been selling, I've used different fiddle words, and and all auctioneers are different. My chant's different from Elvie's chant. My chant's different from Seth was higher. Terry Hire, Chuck Sutton, all our chants are different. Some auctioneers might kind of sound the same, but you just want to kind of interject the fiddle word of what you feel comfortable with. So in another instance, it'd be, I got 5, would you give 6? 5, would you give 6 and now 7? Would you give 7, sir? Would you give 7? Now $8. Would you give 8, sir? Would you give 8? Would you go 8? Would you give 8? I got 7 over here. Would you give 8? Now 9. Would you give 9, sir? Now 9. How about 10? How about $9? Would you give 9, sir? And now 10. $10. 10, sir. Would go 10. Now 10. Now 10. Now 10. Now 10. Now 10. Now 10. And then you can kind of start speeding it up just a little bit. $1 down, 2 down, 2 down, $2 down, 3 down, 4 down, $4 down, 5 down, $5 down, $6 down, 7 down, $7 down, $8 down, 9. And right there, I would just say $1 down, 2 down, 2 down, $3 down, 3 down, 4 down, 4 down, $5 down, 5 down, 6 down, 6 down, 6 down, 7 down, 7 down, 7 down, $8. $8 down, $9 down, $9 down, $10 down, $10 down, $11 down, $11 down, 12. $12 down, $12 down, $12 down, $12. What I'm doing on $1 is I'm rolling my tongue. All I'm doing is rolling my tongue, basically. All I'm doing is on that R, I'm rolling my tongue. And that, you can do that too. 1 2 3 3 4 5 6 7 9 and 10 11 11 12 13 13 14 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. You can do that too. But when the bidding's fast, and that happens, 1 2 now 2 and a half, now 2 and a half, 5, 7 half, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 17, 20, 22, 25, 27, 30, 32, 35, 7 and a half. When the bidding's fast, what I would do is if you are an auctioneer and you're just kind of starting out, if you're saying 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 2 and a half, 5, 2 and a half to get 5, 2 and a half to get 5, to get 2 and a half $1. Start with $1, and if you're not getting that $2.50 bid, start at $1. If you get $1, now go 2. $1, 2, $1, 2, $1 now 2, $1 now 2, $1 now 2, now $2 now $3 now $3 now $3 now $3 now 4, $4 $3, $3 now 4. I mean, with me, I could say $3 now 4, because I'm going right to the next bid. $1 now 2, now 3, $2 3, $2 bid 3. See right there, $2 bid 3, $2 bid 3. You're asking them to bid 3. And when you're doing it, you want to kind of be pleasing to your audience. You don't want to be kind of just dragging on. You know, if you got $1, if you got a $2 bid, and you're looking for a 3, and you're asking, would you get 3, sir? Get 3, go 3, go 3, go 3, go 3, down 3, down 3, down 3, and they're not getting it, and you're not getting that bid, just sell it out. Because you're not getting that bid, or just kind of scan the crowd. Most times guys will go, they'll kind of nod their head, or they'll go, or they'll do something where they'll kind of go, yeah. There's all different types of motions people use. Some people go, and sometimes this means they're out. This means they're out. If you ever see someone, this means they're out. And if someone goes, like that means half. It means half a dollar. If they go like this, and so you're like 25 and you're asking 30, and they go this, or 27 and a half, and then go 30. You want to break down and help your bidders. You know, but you want to make the most money for who you're working for as well. But yeah, as I said, you just have to kind of, you know, and one of the things I can also do is, to advise to you, is watch different YouTube videos, or go to different auctions and listen to different auctioneers and listen to the different styles. You know, and then you can listen to the different auctioneers and pick out different styles, you know, and just kind of slowly work your way into becoming a more diverse auctioneer. You can also go to auction school, which I'm probably not going to because I've been doing it for 4 years, and I don't have a business license. I work with a different company, but you just want to be able to understand the business and understand what you're selling. And you know, there's all types of stuff out there. There's household items, which I sell. My title is a personal property auctioneer, which means I sell everything but real estate. I cannot sell houses or land unless there's a legal description. If it's like someone's got like a building to be moved, that I could sell because it's not considered real estate. It's considered something to be moved. It doesn't have no legal description. Legal description is considered real estate is by legal description. So, but, you know, I can sell everything from hay to antiques to collectibles to livestock to household items to farm equipment, all that type of stuff, to cars. And a lot of you may have not heard of a farm auction. Maybe some of you maybe never have heard of a farm auction. If you're from the big city, if you've never heard of a farm auction, I would suggest you find one in your area and attend. That's another good way to learn different techniques and learn different new items. There's all types of items out in the world. And I've also ran across some really unique antiques that I've sold, and I've never known what they were. And that's another thing. You need to know what you're selling. You need to know what the value of the item is. You know? But it all depends on when it comes down to what you want for that item. And there's all types of auctions. There's estate auctions, which if someone has an estate auction, it means somebody has passed away and they're selling all the items to settle the estate. There's also trust auctions, which means they're trying to settle the trust of somebody that probably has not passed away, or they have it in a will or something or other. There's also personal property dispersal, which means if someone is moving to a home, like into an assisted living or into a nursing home, or if they're just downsizing property, if they have too much and they can't hold anything else, and they might do that. There's also farm retirement auctions. Retirement means the guys that are going to stop farming, they're going to retire. You know, and they're going to retire. There's also bankruptcy auctions, which means somebody has not been able to do things, or they've filed bankruptcy and they're being forced to sell items. That's another thing. But there's just all types of auctions out there in the world, and there's a lot of auctioneers that are in it for the money and the glory. But I'm not in it for money and glory. I'm in it to be the best that I can be to make the money for who I'm working for. And that wouldn't be necessarily the auction company. That'd be for who our customer is. If we're doing a consignment auction, I'm working for the consigners. That's who I'm working for. And with this, there's all types of opportunity out there in the world for you. And when you become more advanced, you'll sound better and you'll be able to do more. But just have faith in yourself and trust in yourself, and also be able to trust in somebody else. You know, the man upstairs is also going to help you. You pray to him, he'll help you. And go to different auction companies. Go to your local auctioneer and ask them for advice, or ask them if they can teach you a thing or two. Just ask them. There's no harm in asking questions. Or if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below this video, and I will try to answer them as many as I can. If you have any questions whatsoever at all, this will also be on my Facebook page. No, excuse me. This will also be on my Facebook page. So all my friends on Facebook, if you have questions, just leave a comment in the comment box below, and just don't forget to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get shouted out in the next video. So, and also don't forget to check out Wildlife Explorers T&N. I'll leave a link for that channel in the description. That's a second channel. That is with me and my cousin Nathaniel. We go out and if we catch like a bass or something, we'll take it and we'll bring the camera out and we'll kind of show you their features. If we catch a bluegill, we'll show you their features. If we catch a snake, if we run across a snake, we try to identify it. And I got a message, but I'm not going to check that right now. But you want to, and I don't suggest that you guys go out and catch a snake. Don't do that. Don't go out and catch any type of rabid animal, whether it be a coon or a skunk or a squirrel or anything like that, because they can carry rabies, botulism, dysentery, typhoid. It's on, you know. And fun fact, believe it or not, that when you find a snake, you want to identify it. Identify what kind of snake it is. The only real way I can identify it is by the eye. If it's round like ours, it's non-venomous. But if it's slitted like a cat's, it's venomous. If it's got like a cat's eye, then it's venomous. Or if it's got a X pattern after the anus, I believe it's venomous. So, and if you get tagged by a venomous snake, I suggest you get some medical attention immediately. Because the venom destroys the tissue and it destroys the cells and it'll leave your skin black. I've never gotten bit by a venomous snake. I have gotten stung by wasps. You know, just walking down the street, you know, you disturb a ground wasp and he's going to be irritated and he's going to be agitated and he stings you. But if you are allergic to an insect sting, get medical attention right away. Because then that way you don't have a chance of having an allergic reaction. So, well guys, that's kind of my story. I know the video is going to be long, but don't forget, guys, I will be having another video coming out real soon. There'll be another video, another song video. So we got 3 great songs. Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday. I keep forgetting about Thursday. There will be a video tomorrow. It is Throwback Thursday. Actually, no, there won't. There will not be a video tomorrow. There will not be a video. I might not do that today. Don't know. But tomorrow will be Throwback Thursday, where I would go back and find some older songs from the 90s or from the 80s, and I would do those songs as Throwback Thursday. So, thank you guys. You're awesome. You're one of a kind. Also, don't forget to check out Dakota Rhodes, Ivy and Terry, Earl's family. I'll leave links for their channels in the description as well. So, thank you guys. You're one of a kind. Don't forget to dream, explore, and discover. We'll see you next time.